The 4th of July is coming up and we're going to be making red, white, and blue cupcakes. Let's get started. So we put the cake mix that we made in a measuring cup because it's a little easier to pour, and we're going to do blue at the bottom. This is just a regular white cake mix, and we have our cupcake with the liners in it, so we're just going to go ahead and pour that about like that. So basically, if you spill a little bit, that's okay. So it's about a third. It's going to be a third, a third, a third. So we're just going to keep doing that all the way through. Just a little bit, cover the bottom there. And you can get, this is just blue with regular food color you can get from the grocery store. All right. And we're just going to continue going on doing that. It's always good to use like a little scraper and scrape the extra cake mix off, and you can reuse that. So I'm just going to go ahead and just use like a scraper and just scrape it off and just put it right back in. And then we're going to continue and pour. Once we have all the blue in, then we're going to go ahead and just do the white. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to pour just right over the top there and let that settle and just keep going all the way through. And just go ahead and do that, and don't forget to scrape the excess off of the measuring cup, so you can go ahead and get that extra batter there. All right, now that we have all the white on there, we're going to go ahead and mix up the red and do the same thing. And now we have our red cake batter, and we're just going to pour that right on top. And just keep going down the line. If you noticed, after I pour this, it will like start settling and it will smooth out. It will go right on top of the white. All right, we'll just keep going with that. So the cake mix is divided into thirds, so that's why you do a third white, a third red, and a third blue. So now we're going to go ahead and put that in the oven and let that bake at 300 for about 17 to 20 minutes. Let's get started. The cupcakes are cooling, so we're going to go to our next step. Or actually, they're about cooled. So we're going to get a reusable bag, and we're going to fold it like this. You can use a tip if you want to, or you don't have to use a tip. This is a large star tip, so we're going to really bring it just a little bit past halfway and make sure that this hole is nice and big. Okay, so we're going to take some blue, and we're just basically going to just squeeze it where it looks something like that. And we're going to squeeze it over here on the side, so it'll look something like that. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and take some red, and we're going to do the other side. So we're going to squeeze it, look something like that, and then squeeze it down there and look something like that. So you'll have blue, blue, red, red. And then we're going to put white in it. So the white, we're just going to go ahead and place it right on there and get it in there. We just go ahead and put some more white icing in there. And then we're just going to keep scooping in some more. Okay. And just a little bit more. Okay. So once we go ahead and do that, what we're going to do is we're going to close it. You can see the red, white, and blue. We're going to squeeze it just like that. Now when it first comes out, it's just going to be red and blue. So we're going to squeeze that and put it off to the side. All right, we just did a little bit of that, and it's going to come out more white when we get closer to squeezing it there. And then we're going to show you our cupcakes. See, so you have the red, white, and blue. So it looks very nice in there. It's all mixed in together. All right, so we're going to just go ahead and just squeeze and go around like that. Let me show you one more time. Okay, we're going to go ahead and just squeeze and go right around there. Start on the outside and go into the center. So it looks something like that. Now, each cupcake is going to look a little different because the icing is going to vary with each one, and so is the cupcake itself with the cupcake mix or the batter. So let's go ahead and show you what that finished product looks like. Alright, so we have our finished product here. As you can see, it has a nice swirl with it, with the red, white, and the blue. And then we also have the cupcake with that. So the inside will look something like this, but keep in mind, each cupcake will vary depending upon how much batter you put in it. You can see the red, the white, and the blue. And then you have it topped right there. So you'll have it inside and outside, red, white, and blue. So I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you get a chance to try this out. This is a big celebration for the 4th of July. And try this out definitely. I think you'll definitely like it. It's pretty easy to do. Thank you very much for watching. Happy 4th of July and happy birthday, America.